Well, hello and welcome to the next episode of the Real Designers of NFM. I'm your host, Andy Shefsky, where each episode I'll be inviting one of our professional designers to come and share best practices in different variations when it comes to designing your home. This episode, I'm excited to share with you and introduce Rachel Kelly. Rachel is one of our interior designers in Omaha, and she's going to talk to us about best practices and how to pair your sectional with pillows, fabrics, and all of those things to make it a fun, enjoyable experience. Rachel, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So before we get into this project that you and I have spent time working on and you've walked me through the process, would you mind sharing a little bit about yourself and your background? How you got started in design, how long you've been doing this, that sort of thing.
Sure. Well, I've been an artist ever since I was small. I started out with a bachelor's in fine arts from University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Ended up in the museum world for a couple of years on the curatorial side, went to visual merchandising for a while, and then I went back to school for interior design from Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design out of Denver. And from there, that was just kind of the culmination of everything that I love, and I get to help people in the process. And NFM took me in, and I've just loved it ever since. I've been here a little over 3 years, and it's been great.
Fantastic. Well, excited to be your teammate, and I'm excited for you to share with our viewers the process that you walked me through. So when it comes to these types of decisions, can you help share and recap how it is you walked me through this when deciding upon the different fabrics, the different colors, the pillows, along with the proper sectional for me and my family?
Sure. Well, we first like to talk about your lifestyle. So you mentioned that you've got 2 boys. They are getting older, going into college, and you and your wife are thinking about as you transition, right? Not quite empty nesters, but going to be there. So what would be a good sectional for that, right? As you transition, maybe you might eventually downsize, that type of thing, but you still want a durable fabric for when your kids come home. So this sectional is what we landed on. It's from Masad. It's the Zoe. It's a modular sectional. So we like that because you can pick how many pieces you want. You can lay it out in a really easy way. And you can change and move those pieces depending on your layout. So if you move, it can really easily transition with you. The other thing I love about it, it's super durable. It's a hardwood frame, very high quality. Not only is it high quality, the style element's not lost. So you're going to have a really tailored, fine line look to it, which we love here in the design gallery. So comfortable, elegant, high style. What's great when we're talking about customizing is that this option gives you so many different variations. So we get to pick a lot of different fabrics, and we'll walk all through those options right now. So
excellent. So I'm excited for you to share how you walked me through this process, because initially for me, that was a lot of information and decision making. So help explain how you guided me through that.
Yeah. So typically what we did and what I'll do with all my clients is we start with the body fabric. That's the most important. That's your base layer. What we landed on was this beautiful golden fabric here. What I love about it is it's 100% polyester. It's not going to pill. It's not going to show wear and tear, and it's going to be really easy to clean. The color is really popular right now, but I think it's also a timeless color. It's going to work with your color palette in your home. And it's going to work with your kids. So I think in that way, it's going to be a winner for you.
Fantastic.
From there, we get to pick your pillows. With this layout, you get 6 pillows. So an easy way to do that would be 2, 2, and 2. So I would do, so what we like to do in the design gallery, at least one of my tricks, is to to pick a solid, a pattern, and a texture. That's kind of a quick and easy rule. So as a solid, we chose this really beautiful kind of a sagey gray color. I'll lay that back here is that visible? And then for our pattern, we found this really fun plaid that kind of ties everything together. Coppers, gives you some variation, has some dynamic color to it. And then for a texture, we found this really pretty texture here that has some browns, some golds. Will pull in your flooring color, your wall color, just a really easy neutral. And yeah, easy as that.
And you keyed in on that with that word easy. And that's what me and my wife really appreciated, because without your help, you can see how this type of project with all these different steps, instead of it being fun and enjoyable, it can be scary and overwhelming. So it's helpful for you to share with us your suggestions, how you go about the process. And one thing I wanted to ask you, a final question, is if there's any piece of advice that you would like to share with our viewers who are thinking about maybe redesigning a room, picking out a sectional, going through this process, is there one lasting thing you'd like them to be thinking about?
Yeah, I would say think about what your intention is when you walk in and what you want to accomplish with us. There's so many ways we can dice it and different options. So the more information you give us, the better. And we can fine tune and dial that in for you. Because like I said, yeah, there's so many different fabrics to choose from, but that's nothing to be afraid of. That's just more tools in our tool belt. The final thing we get to pick, Andy, would be your welt color on the back. Do you know what a welt is?
I don't.
So your welt is actually this piping detail on the back. So you'll be able to see this on the back of your sectional as you walk around. Just a really beautiful detail. We could either have it match your sectional, so just be really subtle, or it could pop and be a little bit of a contrast. What do you think?
Well, I've never been one for subtlety, so
Okay.
let's go rebellious.
Okay, let's do it. All right, I love it.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Rachel, thank you so much for joining us. And thank all of you for tuning in to this episode with Rachel. As you can see, Rachel and her teammates would be more than happy to help you outfit your dream home into what it is that you'd like it to be. Until next time, I'm Andy. Thank you.